Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name's Jordan. I'm a paleontologist, and today we're going to talk about what some dinosaurs looked like. And I don't mean, oh, we have all of their skeleton or whatever. I'm talking about we know what their scales were shaped like. We know about their skin impressions. We know what color they were, where they had feathers. We know what they ate right before they died. Thanks to some pretty incredible discoveries and cutting-edge technology, we're not just guessing. Here are 5 dinosaurs that we know a shocking amount about their appearance.
First up, we've got Anchiornis, whose name literally means near to a bird. This little dinosaur lived 160 million years ago, and it's one of the most important species when it comes to understanding feathered dinosaurs. Its fossils are so detailed, scientists were able to reconstruct not only its body, but its actual color pattern. Anchiornis had black and white striped wings and a red crest on its head. Its entire body was covered in feathers, and it even had wing-like structures on its arms. This animal didn't just hint at the evolution of birds, it looked the part too. Here is Microraptor, another feathered dinosaur that takes things even further than Anchiornis did. Microraptor had long feathers, not just on its arms, but on its legs and tail too, essentially giving it 4 wings. It lived in the Cretaceous forests of China and likely used its wings to glide from tree to tree. But here's the real kicker: scientists examined microscopic pigment structures, called melanosomes, in its feathers, and they discovered that Microraptor was iridescent black, like a modern raven. Let that sink in for a minute. Not only do we know this dinosaur's body shape, but we know that it was glossy black. Eutyrannus was a large feathered relative of Tyrannosaurus rex. It lived in colder climates, and its fossils show how it had long, filamentous feathers covering its body, especially on the neck, arms, and its back. These weren't flight feathers, but they were insulation. Eutyrannus shattered the old idea that feathers were only for flying dinosaurs or limited to just the smaller species. It proved that even massive carnivores might have looked more bird-like than we ever imagined before. Next is Psittacosaurus, a small beaked herbivore that roamed early Cretaceous Asia. In 2002, an incredibly detailed fossil was found in China, complete with a preserved skin, bristle-like structures on its tail, and even pigmented cells. Scientists discovered it had a light-colored belly and a darker back. Classic countershading, like a modern-day deer or a dolphin. In other words, it was camouflaged. And thanks to paleo artists, we have one of the most scientifically accurate dinosaur models ever created. If you want to know what a dinosaur really looked like, Psittacosaurus is your go-to. And now for the grand finale, Borealopelta. This dinosaur was a nodosaur, an armored relative to Ankylosaurus, and it was built like a prehistoric tank. But its fossil is something else entirely. Discovered in Alberta, Canada, it's one of the best preserved dinosaur fossils ever found. We're talking intact skin, full armor plating, even chemical traces of red skin pigment and stomach contents. This fossil gives us a literal portrait of the dinosaur, not just the armor or the skeleton, but the texture, the color, and even what it was eating before it died. If you want to learn more about this incredible find, I cover it in detail in another video. I'll link that at the end. These fossils remind us that dinosaurs weren't just bones, they were living, breathing, colorful creatures. And thanks to the right conditions and a bit of luck, we're starting to see them the way they really were.
You know, all these discoveries really tell us more about the life and history of dinosaurs. You know, and with a little bit of luck, and as technology progresses and we find more specimens, we're getting a clearer picture of how they really lived and breathed and what they really looked like. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you want to see more information about that Borealopelta, I've got that video right over here. Thanks for watching.